Good morning. I'm in my workshop at the moment, so I thought I'd just show you what's cracking off in here. There's lots going off at the moment. Lots and lots. Yeah, too many by the looks of it. It's sorting out for Halloween, getting Christmas. Trying to get things made up that if they sell, I haven't got to then make them. I'm trying to make them, so getting a few of them made, especially for Christmas. Christmas is just horrendous. So my box of Misfits projects, my wall, that's this is a new light box I got. It's quite good. Sometimes trying to take pictures of felt is quite hard, so I like to show the colours and everything. Like the colours on this bear are gorgeous, but trying to get it to show up on the actual photo is a different thing, because these are like a really rich chocolate and like burgundies. You can't actually see all the blends. He's got like three different colours wool in his fur, but you can't really, you might be able to see it there. So I've got these. So these are what I work on at night, because these, like in the day, I work on all the portrait commissions, and then in the evenings I do any like orders from Etsy or the website. So these, or if anybody messages me and asks me for a commission. So these two are in order. I've got to finish, so they'll be done in the evening. And then I've got a foxy lady, like that one, but a lady one. So that's started that one last night. And then got some Christmas. Down here a minute. Sit down on the job. So I'm trying to, I know we're only in May, but like running a business, you've got to just keep thinking ahead all the time. And then with felting as well, you're trying to think of new ideas and different things to do, and and try not to see what other people are making. And I try and make I come up with my own designs. Like the plant pot pets was was a design, I think it was a couple of years ago now, that I was originally going to do for a big dog show. That I booked it and everything, and I paid £100 deposit, but then I put the pots online and it went crazy. I ended up with, I think it was a waiting list of 4 months for the plant pot pets, so I didn't get a chance to make any for the stall. So that was a disaster for the stall, but it was good. And I'm still making them now. I've just made a couple of little ones, and then I've got another one. This one I've got to do. This is a large one. So they're still popular. And then like so then I came up with the design for the magnificent hares. It started off with just the hares, like the brown hair, and I think there's grey. So I'm trying to get a few of these made up as well, because they've been really popular. I've just been constantly making them over the year, or since I came up with the design. A lady in America, she had 30, and she's only got a few left now. She had them for Easter, so they're selling really well. So we've got the Magnificent Hare and Co. It turned into and Co. So I put in so in this range you can get the fox, badger, the hare, and what was the other one? Stag. So I've sold quite a few stags. I've got to make quite a few of those up, because the lady in America, she wants some foxes and stags, so I should be making quite a few of these soon, so that I'm not bogged down doing them at the last minute. So I've got quite a few of these to make. So for Halloween, I don't really do a lot for Halloween. I've got a few bits and bobs. I've got a few bits that I usually save for going in the shop, because she likes to have them in the window, just like as a display, and she does sell some, so that's cool. But I always have to make like a black cat for the witch's black cat. So these are just prototypes. So if I get them done like early-ish, you've got time then to change them or design them better for you by the time it comes in October. So, but these are new. I think I'm going to make a few of these. They're not going to be expensive, because they don't really take that long to make. So they just sit. And again, it's a witch's black cat. So they do sit, and I suppose if you wanted to put a little thread through there, you could hang it. But I just thought they looked so cute. I saw one as an ornament and I thought, ooh, I like that. Obviously it's not finished. So it's going to be all black. And then the band, and then there's going to be a buckle. I'm waiting for the buckles to come. And then I might just put a star or something on the end there. But I thought they was pretty cool. So there's a few bits for, and I've still got some Halloween stuff from last year that I don't think I put on for sale, because they went straight to the shop. So I'll probably put them out in like end of July, September, beginning of September, put those out. So I've been, because it's been so nice and I've been watching the garden, I've been having loads and loads of birds. Lots of fat pigeons and massive magpies. And robins. We've got just at the side of the house, there's like a little hole where the robins keep going in, so they've obviously made a nest. So the robins like just back and forth, both male, the mum and dad. So I've made these little robins. I think these will go in the, go down to the shop just as a little, just for something different for her. So they've got a robin and a wren. They just stand. So they're quite cute. And then I've done a blue tick, so we've had a blue tick come in. This one's a little bit bigger. What is it now? Chunkier. So I've just got the other side of him to finish. So yeah, there's quite a bit going off. Been trying to do a little mouse, because I haven't done a mouse for ages. So he's using the long fur method, but he's taking quite a long time to make. So the long fur takes ages to do, and he's got like three different shades in the wool. So it's three mixes. I'll mess about with him until I get his face right. But he's getting there. But like I say, these are just what I do in the evening. Like I'll have tea and then I'll have a few hours just either doing the Etsy sales or just finishing one of my own projects. Because when you're working on the portraits, it's like a different level of stress, because you're working on somebody's pet and you've got to get the pet to the picture as much as you can. So like all the details, and so by the time you've spent like a good few hours on that, you have to have a chat. Well, I do. I have to have a change. It's not that I've fed up of felting. I get fed up of felting. It's just that I need to go on to something different. So that's why I usually have like a little project or something in the evening, just to get me off the commissions. And then I go through phases where I just can't get anything right. So then I know I need to have like a break. So I'll have a break of like I won't do any felting until like I get my mojo back. So yeah, it's lovely. I mean, it's got to be the best job in the world creating. I feel like a child creating little whimsical things, but it does get, like everybody else, it does get quite stressful business wise, because you've got all your stock to keep an eye on, how many frames you've got, boxes for packaging, all that. And then with the commissions, I've got a waiting list, so then you've got to message everybody and then wait for them to get back to you. Some will, some won't. Then you've got to sort deposits out, so it's all to and fro, and then obviously you've got your posting on Facebook. So it is a lot. You know, it's not just, oh, you're making these gorgeous sculptures and that's it. There is so much to running your own business. It's crazy. But I wouldn't change it. That's what, because I used to work in a nursing home, and I worked there for 7 years on nights, and I was so grumpy and tired all the time. So it's lovely. I just think, oh well, you know, would I want to go back to doing that. And although I do miss working with everybody, and of course the residents, I loved chatting and listening to the stories, but I do love this job. So what else I've got, I'm trying to do a few bits. So I've got all sorts on the go. I've got this frog that I just see. I started him, and I just can't decide how. I think his legs, I just need to sort how I want the legs out. But he's quite cute, I like him. He's supposed to be, and then you've got to sort out like what you're going to do for summer, like some summer ones. And then you think, well, I can't do a lot because I've still got all the portraits to try and get done. But he's okay. And then you start off, I think, oh, we'll do a small one, and then he ends up like pretty big. So yes, lots going off at the moment. I've just done my books, so they're all up to date. Stock wise, I think I'm okay. And then I've just made my little cockapoo. Well, he's not quite finished, but he's this one I've been using some of their hair to put on it. So like for the base, I'm just using curly wool because it's pretty much the same colour as them. And then I'm just adding alpaca because that's soft and wavy. And then on top, just to give it that really realistic look, I'm using their own fur. So all these little bits on top is their own dog fur. So that's quite... So I can't wait to finish it, but that will have to be on hold at the moment. But he's going to be sat there watching. And so when I started felting, it's got to be 5 years ago now. And this is Lily. This is how I started felting. Lily was my miniature golden doodle that I bred from Ellie, my golden retriever. And we put her to a miniature poodle. And we ended up with, we kept Lily out of the litter. And she was absolutely beautiful. She was my little shadow. Everywhere I went, she went. I went for walks and I didn't have to put her on a lead. She wouldn't move by my side. So then when she was 4, she got lymphoma, and within, I think it was 3, well, she just got a cough, and I took her to the vet and they gave her antibiotics, and I think it was about 2 weeks later when the antibiotics had finished, and they did a blood test and they said she got lymphoma, and they said there was nothing they could do for her, and she was like losing weight and looking poorly. So they just give her like a steroid, like painkiller, and I just had to keep going and monitoring her at the vet. It was absolutely brilliant, but it was basically within 3 weeks I had to decide to let her go. So that was absolutely heartbreaking. And I was working at the time on nights, so they was brilliant at work. They let me have a month off to look after her. So all I did was look after Lily for a month, for 3 weeks, until I lost her. So that was so hard. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Was like watching her slowly die. It was awful. So she absolutely broke my heart. And then after she'd gone, it was just everywhere I looked, I saw Golden Doodle. I saw Lily everywhere, and it was just heartbreaking. I think it took me 2 years to actually like get over her. Although I'd still got Ellie, but Lily she just came everywhere with me. So then I was looking online, and I saw this needle felted dog that just looked like Lily, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I just felt this pain in my heart that I needed her back. So that's when I looked into needle felting. And I did look, and I thought, oh no, it's needles, it's like sewing. I don't do sewing. So I kind of like went off the idea and forgot about it. And then, because I'd seen that picture of Lily, it kept coming up in like all my feeds and different things on like cookies. It shows you, doesn't it, what you've been looking at. And so it kept coming back to me. So I thought, right, I'll have a look on YouTube and actually see what this needle felting is. And obviously then, it was like 5 years ago, there wasn't a lot on YouTube, but just the basic on like how to make like a little bear or something. So that's what I did. I started making, I thought, oh, I'll have a go, it doesn't look too bad. So I ordered like a little kit with the needle and a little sponge and a bit of wool, and started making like little, I think my first sculpture was a little bear, and then I made a raccoon because I absolutely love raccoons. So just like little basic things like that. It was probably like just something like that, just to start with, just to get the basic shape of things and how to firm them up and things like that. So that's how I started. And then I started selling them in the shop, which is where they still are now, where Carol sells them for me. So she still has them in there. And then I started making, this is how the portraits came about. So I started, I thought I'll do a picture. So then I started like doing like little pictures like this. And then with the paw, and I thought, oh, that's cute. And then I started doing like little dogs. And then my first commission was somebody messaged me and asked me if I could do their dog. And my first commission was actually a Golden Doodle, and it was similar to this. It was with the paws and the little head. And once I did that one, I have had a waiting list ever since. So from the moment I did the first commission on a dog portrait, that was it. And it's just been constant since. So yeah, the business has gone really, really well, because it's a dilemma, isn't it, whether are you going to make enough money out of the business, and it's just something, it's just a move you've got to make, you've got to decide. And I just thought, well, as long as I can make a wage on like what I was getting at doing the nights, then I'm quite happy with that. So that's what I do. So most of my business now is, my main work is the portraits, and I do a few miniatures on that as well. So I've got a few miniatures. I do enjoy doing these, but because they're different from doing obviously the portraits. But I don't tend to do as many of these. Everybody seems to want a portrait, so that's cool. But I do enjoy just doing like these, are what I've just done. They're not anybody's dog, it's just like the basic breed of the dog. So I love doing the pug, he's cute. So these are what's made, that are just on the website, available to buy if you want to. So there's a little Westie, so cute, he's in the spleef position, his little bam. So what else have we got? So yeah, it's all, you know, if anybody's wanting to set up their own business or think, oh gosh, is it gonna pay? Yeah, it does pay, but you've got to put, it's constant, you know, like from the moment you get up, even if you're not felting, you're working, because you're answering messages. Like, I've still got 400 emails to answer on my website, and I just can't get through them. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but so, and I've got, so for Christmas I'm hoping to get these are my prototypes, so I'm hoping to be able to offer you a chance to get a reindeer. So he's kind of half done, and then I've got, let's see it somewhere. So I've got all little bits and bobs everywhere. So I've saved this. This was from a costume that I had for Halloween, but I thought it would go quite well with the Christmas reindeer, because it's got beads and that on as well. So I'm going to try and get him done soon, so that you can, if anybody wants a reindeer, you can order one. That's the side I've not done yet. You see, there's still quite a bit to do on him. But he's looking, I do like that side of him. I've just got his feet to sort out, and then put his little bits on. So he should look quite cool. I think he's about 9 inches long and 9 inches to the top of his antler. So, but it'll be about over 100 something, because they do take quite a long time to make. So I've got a reindeer coming up for Christmas. There'll be Christmas, you can order Christmas baubles of your pet again. I was super busy with that last year. I think I did over like 40 something baubles. So it was quite a lot, and it was at last minute as well. So I'm going to try and get them out in September, so that, and if you want to order any, so that I'm not doing them at the last minute. They're all gift boxed and everything. I don't know if you saw the posts on them from last year, but I mean, you can order them. I don't know if they're out there now. I'll have to check. And that's another thing with the business, is like, because I sell on eBay, I sell on Etsy, and then I've got my website. So I've got 3 like sales outlets that I use. So I'm constantly having to update them and check. So if one sells on one, then I have to take it off the other 2. So that's a constant thing as well. So this is a white stag. I've always wanted to do a white stag, and I took a photo of one on a mantelpiece. So this is like my prototype from that stag. And I'll try and do a brown one, but I wanted to do this white one. This one's with it's got the long fur method on it, and I don't know if to do one with short fur like the polar bear. That's a short fur one, so I don't know. He'll be coming out for Christmas as well. This is just the bear cub. So I'm gonna. He's more or less done. I just need to do a bit of shading and that on him. I'm just going to do a bigger one for the mother and cub. But yeah, this stag this is my prototype, and I'll probably keep this one because I absolutely love it. But I wanted, like, I was trying to make like a whimsical, enchanted look. So this is why I've gone for his antlers being moss, and we've got like little autumn leaves. But I love it. I absolutely love this stag. I think he's going to go in my front room. So yeah, I can't decide on whether I like I'll have to make another one first, I think, to see whether I'm going to like the long fur better, or just do a short fur one. We'll see. But hopefully I'll be making a few stags for Christmas. I think it's just the antlers that do it for me. Just look stunning. Let's see if I can get a better. Let's look how big the antlers are. Beautiful. He would look nice on a mantelpiece. So yeah, I'm hoping to get these available as well in September. I keep saying everything's going to be September, and then I'm going to be crazily busy. I don't know, I still haven't got the gist of this running a perfect business. It's just, I think I'm just blagging it, but it's worked for the last few years. So I'm still getting through the portraits, but again, with the portraits I'm working through the waiting list. So I will, if you have been put down on the waiting list, I will just message you then you'll get like a couple of weeks. If you don't get back to me by then, I'll cross you off. And if I come to you and you can't afford it, or it's not the right time, of people have gone back onto the waiting list for a later date, so that's fine. It doesn't really matter to me. I also get a lot of repeat. I like do a portrait, then the one, another one, then the one, another one, then the one, another one. So that's crazy. That's cool. Love it. So it's great to get repeat buyers. Then you know you're doing something right with your business. So yeah, right, I'm going to tidy this lot up and get on with the portraits. So I'll see you guys later.